Hello, good morning to everyone. Welcome to today's class. Today we will see two new topic that will be on the basis of new partners capital. The old partners are readjusting their capital amount. Okay, that is today's topic. In that, two things are there. If old partners capital is excess or their capital is deficit, then this they can adjust through by bringing the cash or withdrawing the cash. Okay, in one way is through cash they can adjust. If any surplus or deficit is there, through cash they can adjust the difference in their capital account. That is one method. And another method is there, if any difference is there in the capital, if any deficit is there or any surplus is there, then instead of adjusting through cash or instead of bringing the cash or withdrawing the cash, that we are adjusting through current accounts. That is the second thing. Okay, then today's class, this is both the topic we will cover. Then it is very important to solve the questions. Okay, I am not solving all the questions, only the new things only I am explaining through these questions. And I hope that you already studied what I taught the previous classes. Okay, in that assumption only I am teaching that new questions, new solutions I am teaching you on the basis of that only, that you studied all the previous lessons what I taught. Okay, listen carefully, and our class will end on by next Saturday. 3 more classes are there. Then we can complete this third chapter, admission of partnership, we can complete. Okay, so within that time, any questions I did not explain through the online classes, many questions I left. You go through that questions, and if any doubt is there, this you can ask me through WhatsApp. I am ready to give the answer for that one. Okay, so welcome to today's class. We can listen to question number 74. This is entirely different from the previous questions which we solved. So I am reading, you listen carefully. 74. A and B are partners sharing profits in the ratio of 2:1. Following items appeared in their balance sheet as at 31st March 2018. A is capital 48,000, B is capital 30,000, creditors 15,000, bank balance 5,000, debtors 20, machinery 36, stock 44,000. Here balance sheet is not given, but the items from the balance sheet is given. Then we can continue. They admit C into partnership on 1st April 2018 with 1/6 share in profits, which he acquires equally from A and B. He brings in rupees 20,000 as his capital and rupees 18,000 as goodwill in cash. Following revaluations were made. First one, 5% provision be made for doubtful debts on debtors, and provision of 2% be made on debtors and creditors for discount. Provision for discount. Okay, provision for discount on debtor is there and provision for discount on creditor is there. Last year in the final account chapter that we studied that one. Then rupees 1,000 are prepaid for insurance. Rupees 5,000 are outstanding for salaries. Rupees 1,480 for accrual income are to be shown in the books. Investment for rupees 6,000 have been omitted to be recorded in the books. A and B decided to have their capitals in proportion to their share in profits based on C's share. So this is the new things in this question. Okay, A and B decided to have their capitals in proportion to their share in profits based on C's share. Any excess of capital was to be withdrawn and deficit to be paid in cash. The meaning of this last two sentences: new partner is bringing some money as his capital. So he is bringing this much money for his share of profit. His share of profit is given there 1/6. So 1/6 share he is bringing 20,000. From that information we can find out what should be the total capital. Means the total capitals 1 by 6 is this much. Total capitals 1 by 6 is 20,000. So total capital will be 20,000 into its reciprocal 6 upon 1. So 1,20,000 will be the total capital of the firm. New partner's capital is 20. Then here this sentence. Based on A and B decided to have their capital in proportion to their share in profit. It means a new ratio we have to find out, and total capital is coming 1,20,000, and according to their profit sharing ratio, their capital we have to adjust. Now their capital is this much, but after the revaluations and after the new partners premium is bringing its distribution and all, their capital will change, and that capital and according to their new profit sharing ratio, what should be their capital? This both we have to compare. Then this we have to arrange after that. Any excess of capital is there. If anyone's capital is more, he can withdraw. If a capital is less, present capital is less than the required capital according to the new ratio, if that is less than, then he will withdraw, that will be bringing, and if that capital is more, he can withdraw. That is the new things in this question. Okay, so here one thing, here balance sheet is not given. Some items from the balance sheet is given. So firstly you have to prepare a balance sheet. Okay, I am not making the balance sheet. You have to make a balance sheet. So liabilities take on the liability side, and assets take on the asset side. If any difference is coming, that difference you write in the correct side. Okay, and here they already made the balance sheet. In the answer it is given, hint it is given, they prepared one balance sheet, and liability side was less, so they got this much amount, 12,000 less got in the liability side, and that they have taken as a profit loss account. Okay, so it is accumulated profit. Then now this balance sheet you have to make in the copy. After that you have to make this new ratio you have to find out. Okay, new ratio you have to find out, and here this information we can use. Old ratio is 2:1, and a new partner is getting 1 by 6th share, which he acquires equally from A and B. Okay, so 1 by 6th he is getting equally from A and B, means 1 by 12 from A, 1 by 12 from B. So A is old share minus 1 by 12, and B is old share minus 1 by 12. We will get A is a new share, B is a new share, and sacrificing ratio will be here equal 1:1, because 1 by 12 A is sacrificing, 1 by 12 B is sacrificing, so 1:1 will be the sacrifice ratio. New ratio you have to find out. Okay, then revaluation account. Revaluation account I made here, I will show you. Here, listen, first one, 5% provision be made for doubtful debt. Debtors are given here 20,000. 20,000, so 5% will be 1,000. Provision for doubtful debt, it is a liability. A new liability is coming, so liability is increasing. It is taken here to provision for doubtful debt amount 1,000. Then a provision of 2% be made on debtors and creditors for discount. Provision for discount on debtor is there, provision for discount on creditor is there. Now provision for discount on debtor, it is also a liability. That is why I written the second line, this one, provision for discount on debtors. And to get this amount, here debtors amount is 20,000, and here provision for doubtful debt is we got 1,000. So 20,000 minus 1,000, 19,000 is coming. 19,000. This into 2 upon 100. Okay, 2 upon 100. This will give 380. That will give 380. Then provision for discount on creditor. If a provision for discount on debtor is a liability, then provision for discount on creditor will be income for us. So that is why this I taken here. Anyway, creditors value is decreasing. We are expecting that a 300 rupees discount we will get. When we are making the payment to creditors, we will get a 300 rupees discount. Means this much amount less only we have to make. That is why it is income. Income we are taking in the revaluation account credit side. So by provision for discount in creditor, 300 is coming. It is a 2% of this creditors amount. Creditors amount is given 15,000. It's a 2% is 300. Then next rupees 1,000 are paid for prepaid insurance. Prepaid for insurance. So this is unrecorded asset. This is coming here. Prepaid insurance 1,000. Then rupees 5,000 are outstanding for salaries. So this is coming here. To outstanding salary. This is amount 5,000. Next point. Rupees 1,480 for accrued income are to be shown in the books. Accrued income is an unrecorded asset. So this is taken in this side by accrued income 1,480. Then one more thing. Investment for rupees 6,000 have been omitted to be recorded in the books. Investment is an asset. It is not given in the previous asset list. That is why it is an unrecorded asset. It is also taken here. Okay. So revaluation account, all the items is taken. Now take the total and total you have to write here, and the balance we are getting 2,400. This is the profit. Okay, and when this is distributing, it is coming 1,600 and 800. Write here what is required, that things you have to write. Now I am going to capital accounts. Okay, capital account, opening balance is written here. That is 48,000 and 30,000 for A and B. New partner C is bringing 20,000. That is written. And here it is given new partner bringing 18,000 as his share of goodwill, and here sacrifice ratio is equal. That is why 18,000 is divided equally among the old partner. Writing is by premium for goodwill. Then this revaluations result, this is taken here by revaluation. And here when we made this balance sheet is known as a memorandum balance sheet. Okay, to find out any missing information when you are making a balance sheet, it is known as a memorandum balance sheet. In the memorandum balance sheet, this profit loss account, we got this much amount. How much? 12,000. 12,000 should be distributed in old ratio. So old ratio is given 2:1. So this is distributed like that. Okay, this much items are there. One more adjustment is there. Like the last one, it is saying that their capital is in proportion to their share in profit. Okay, before that, we have to find out what is the balance is coming. Okay, so this much it is coming. A is total is 66,600. So this balance also will be that much, 66,600. Here we can write to balance carry down. Then B, the balance is 43,800. 43,800, and for C it is 20,000. Okay, then we need some calculation is required here because their capital is changing. So that changes we have to make. So first of all, we have to write the total capital. So here total capital of the firm. Total capital of the firm. New partner's share is his share of capital is 20,000. Reciprocal of his share. His share is 1/6. So we have to multiply with the 6 upon 1. It is coming 1,20,000. Then A is required capital. A is required capital. Required capital means according to profit sharing ratio, how much capital is required. Then total capital is 1,20,000. 1,20,000 into what is the A's share. I told you have to find out a new ratio. So the new ratio I am taking from the textbook. What is coming? You have to find out it is 7:3:2. Okay. So it is coming 7 upon 12. It is coming 70,000. Then what is the present capital of A? This much, 66,600, and this much is required. So this is more. Required capital is more, present capital is less. So he need to bring it. So here A brings rupees, how much? That will be 70,000 minus 66,600. That will be 3,400. Okay, A brings 3,400. Now B is required capital. Here total capital is this 1,20,000. According to B's new share, it is coming 3 upon 12. So it will come 30,000. Then what is the B's share? Now at present his capital is 43,800 and this is only required. His capital is excess. Okay, here A was a deficit. A is a capital is this much only, 66,600. This much is required. So his capital was deficit. In case of deficit, he will bring it. In case of surplus, he can withdraw. So here B's case is a surplus because 30 only required, but at present the 43,800 is there. So here we are writing B withdraws. B withdraws rupees. How much? That 43,800 minus 30,000. It is coming 13,800. Then these things we have to write here. A is bringing 3,400 now. So in the A's column we have to write here 3,400. This will be by bank. Before that this balance we have to brought down. By balance brought down 66,600. Then 43,800. For new partner it is 20,000. So this was the capital, and when he is bringing this, it is becoming 70. Here 70, and lastly required capital 70 will get as the balance. Okay, now A's capital is over. Now for B 43,800, and he is withdrawing how much? 13,800. Withdrawing is coming which side? This side. So here we can write to bank at amount of 13,800. So automatically this 30,000 will come as the balance here. Okay, this is 43,800, 43,800, and here the difference 30,000 will come. So for this we can write to balance carry down. Then this is 20. Now we completed a capital. This was the new things in this question. Old partners capital is adjusted on the basis of their new profit sharing ratio. Okay, that was the case that we done. So their capital account is we completed. Now we have to go to balance sheet. So in the balance sheet only the new things only I am showing because other things are same. First of all, you see the debtors. Debtors 20,000 is given. So 20,000 minus provision for doubtful debt, that 1,000 here, this one. Okay. Then this is 380, that is a provision for discount on debtor, that is also deducted. Then balance amount taken in the outer column. Then regarding the bank balance in the question it is given. Bank balance is 5,000. In the balance sheet it is given 5,000 plus new partner brought 20,000, that you are adding. New partner brought a premium, how much? 18,000 plus in the two partner A and B, A is a capital was deficits, that is why A brought 3,400. This we are adding. Okay, this 5,000 is the balance, 20,000 is the new partner is a capital, 18,000 is the premium for goodwill that a new partner brought, 3,400 A brought this much money to make his capital according to the new profit sharing ratio, and B is withdrawing this much money 13,800, that we can subtract. So this much calculation is coming. After that what is the amount, that we can write in the outer column. Okay, then this side creditors, when you are writing the creditors, Here also one adjustment is there. Creditors in the question it is given. You see the question in that the creditors amount is given 15,000. Write inner column. And 2% provision that we have to write here. So here minus provision for discount. That amount 300. That amount we can write here. 15,000 minus 300. Then how much? 14,700. That is in the outer column. Then other things are there. In the revaluations, this one prepaid insurance will come in the asset side, accrued income will come in the asset side, investment will come in the asset side, this outstanding salary will come in the liability side. This two already we adjusted, this also we adjusted. Then you see the old balance sheet. In the old balance sheet, what are the things are there? Old balance sheet means we prepared one memorandum balance sheet. In the memorandum balance sheet, what are the things are remaining that you have to take here? And from the in the memorandum balance sheet we got one balance that I told it is a accumulated profit loss account that is already distributed here in the old balance capital distributed, so that will not come here again. Okay, so here then after that capital account is coming, capital account of all the three partners including new partner is coming. Then you need to take this amount. This is the their capital we made this much. Okay, so this is the answer of this question. And here the new thing was on the basis of new partnership capital we find out total capital, then old partnership capital required capital we have to find out. The question is saying that on the basis of their new ratio their capital should be adjusted. So we find out the what is the required capital, we compared with their present capital, then sufficient changes we made. If a deficit is there, that the partner is bringing the money. If a surplus is there, he is withdrawing the money. So balance sheet I did not complete here. So you have to write the missing items and check it is coming or not. Okay, fine. Our next question is 75. This will be homework. I will read, and if anything I find anything is new, then I will explain that portion. Okay, that part I will explain. So listen carefully. Question number 75. A and B, A, B and C are partners in a firm sharing profits in the ratio of 5:3:2. D is admitted into the firm for 1/4 share in the profit, which he gets as 1/8 from A, 1/8 from B. 1/8, 1/8, that will be equal to 1/4. Sacrifice ratio will be 1:1. The total capital of the firm is agreed upon 3,20,000 and D is to bring in cash equivalent to 1/4 of his amount of his capital. It's 1/4 is coming 80,000, that will be his capital. The capital of other partners are also to be adjusted in the ratio of their respective shares in the profits. The capital of ABC after all adjustment are 1,75,000, 60,000 respectively. The capital of ABC after all adjustment means if a revaluation is there, revaluation's result is adjusted, accumulated profit is there, that is also adjusted or means added, accumulated loss is subtracted, the premium which is brought by the new partner also adjusted, then last amount is coming this much. This is the present capital and the total capital this much. And calculate a new capital of A, B and C and record the necessary journal entries. And here the journal entries will be D is bringing his capital, that journal entry. After that A is A, B, C, their required capital we have to find out. Then compare with this present amount, and the capital is deficit, that a partner is bringing the money. If a partner is bringing the money, entry will be bank account debited to that partner is a capital account. If a capital is excess, then he will withdraw this one, then journal entry will be capital account debited to bank. That entry only coming here. Then you need to calculate a new ratio. After that you find out the required capital of ABC. Then compare A is required capital and this amount, B is required capital and this amount, and C is required capital and this amount to compare. And if it is more, this means this is the required capital. No, this is the present capital. And required capital we are getting. If a required capital is less, then he can withdraw. Okay, if a required capital is more, that we can tell clearly, this is 1 lakh and the required capital is 1 lakh 20, then present capital is much, it is known as a deficit. Okay, required capital of A is 1 lakh 20 and now it is 1 lakh only. This is the situation of deficit. In case of deficit, he need to bring the money, and it's opposite. B's capital is here, it is 75 and required capital is 60,000 is coming. Then this is the situation of surplus. In case of surplus, he can withdraw. Okay, so that is journal entry. Then question number 76. Okay, this also I will read, then I will just explain. This also will be homework. New things only I want to explain here. A and B are partners sharing profits in the ratio of 5:3. C was admitted for 1/4 share in profits. C acquires this share as 3/16 from A and 1/4 of his share from B. C was admitted for 1/4 share in profit. C acquires this share as 3/16th from A and 1/4 of his share from B. 1/4 of C's share. C's share is how much? 1/4. Okay. So 1/4 of 1/4, that is coming 1/16. So it is clear now. C is acquires 3/16th from A and 1/16th from B. Sacrifice ratio will be this one. This is a 3, this is a 1. Denominators are same. Then it is okay. 3:1 will be the sacrifice ratio. Okay. This is 3. And here this one we cannot take because this is a 4. So this you have to make out of 1/4 of his share. 1/4 of his share is coming 1/16. So we can take a sacrifice ratio as a 3:1. Then C brings 1 lakh as his capital. At the time of C's admission, the firm's goodwill was valued at rupees 2,40,000. Listen, it is a firm's goodwill, not a new partner's share. Then new partner's share is how much? 1/4 of this will be 60,000 will be new partner's share of goodwill will be 60,000. General reserve was 40,000. Profit on revaluation of asset and liabilities was 24,000. Before any adjustment were made, the capital of A, B were 1,20,000 and 70,000 respectively. It is decided that after C's admission, the capital of A and B be adjusted on the basis of C's capital. Any excess or shortfall to be adjusted by withdrawing or bringing in cash by the old partners. You are required to pass necessary journal entries on C's admission. Then the capital account of old partners we have to adjust according to profit sharing ratio. So new ratio you have to find out. To find out a new ratio, this much you have to deduct from A's share. 3/16 you deduct from A's old share and 1/16 you deduct from B's old share. Then we will get A's new share, B's new share and C's new share is given here. Then make that new ratio. Okay. Then after that the entries will be C brings 1 lakh as his capital, that entry you are knowing, and C is bringing his share. And what about his share of goodwill? What type of journal entry we have to pass for the goodwill? Here it is saying that the firm's goodwill was valued 2,40,000. His share is coming 1/4. 1/4 of 2,40,000 is coming 60,000. 60,000 he is bringing or not? Listen, read the question carefully and we can find out that it is nowhere it is saying that he is bringing the premium. Okay, it is not saying that he is bringing the premium. So he unable to bring that premium. So through current account we can adjust it. So the entries I am telling, first entry for bringing the capital, second entry goodwill entry, that will be C's current account debited to A's capital, B's capital. Then after that this is over. Then general reserve, this you have to distribute among the old partner. So that journal entry will be general reserve account debited to A's capital to B's capital. Profit on revaluation, then revaluation account they prepared and this much is coming. When they prepared the revaluation account, its journal entries are over. Now this we have to close. What should be the entry for this one? Revaluation account shows a profit. What is the entry? if a revaluation account shows a profit, it will be a credit balance, then we have to debit the revaluation. Okay, we can think in this way. Another way we can think, when the profit we are transferring, capital account will increase, and to increase the capital we have to credit the capital. So the entry will be this one, revaluation account debited to old partners capital accounts. Then after writing that much entry, you have to find out what is the A's capital, what is the B's capital. You have to find out that all these amounts share you add it to there. Already the present capital is given there. Before that adjustment it is given 1,20,000, then 70,000, and it's a share, 60 is a share, 40 is a share, and 24 is a share. You add it to them, then we are getting their present capital. Then new ratio you have to find out, that is coming this much, 7:5:4. Then the total capital we can find out, this into reciprocal of new partner's share, 1 lakh into 4 upon 1. 1 by 4 is his share, so 4 upon 1, it is coming 4 lakh. 4 lakh will be his new partner's, 4 lakh will be the total capital. Then according to the new ratio we can find out what is A share, what is B share. Then entries are required for that adjustment. Okay, if A's capital is more, entry will be A's capital account debited to bank. If A's capital is less, he will bring the money, then bank account up to A's capital. Like that B also we have to check and write the journal entry. 76 will be homework. Then 77, the same modular question only. And the 77 question, the new things are there that I will explain. After that we will go to another one more new adjustment is there in this topic, that we will go to that one. So in this the new things I will tell. You see here, you read the question afterwards. General reserve is given here 10,000. Here provision is given 1,000. Then %15 of general reserve is to remain as a provision against doubtful debt. Okay, I think this is the first time you are seeing. So 15% of the general reserve is to remain as a provision for doubtful debt. 15% of general reserve. General reserve here it is given 10,000. 10,000 is 15%. How much? 1,500. 1,500 will be provision for doubtful debt. And here already 1,000 is there, but they are telling that already the 1,000 is there. That is not enough. We have to make it's a 15% we have to make as a new provision. So 1,500 provision we are making from here. That provision for doubtful debt 1,500 will not come in the revaluation account. Okay, revaluation account that 1,500 is not coming because general reserve is a profit. This is the previous year's profit is included in that one. So in this they are keeping 1,500 for the provision for doubtful debt. So the entry will be this one. General reserve account debited to provision for doubtful debt. That provision for doubtful debt will be 1,500. General reserve account we can debit with 10,000. Then 1,500 will be credited. Balance 8,500 is there. That 8,500 we will distribute among A and B in their old ratio. Okay, and that 1,500 will not come in the revaluation accounts. That is the new things. Then here any other things is one more thing. C will be given 2/9 share of profit and he will bring 50,000 for his share of capital and goodwill. 50,000 includes two things, capital and premium of goodwill. Okay, this is a combined amount of capital and premium. Then here this is the we have to calculate the goodwill according to super profit method. That method you already studied. So when you are calculating, the goodwill is coming, this much amount will come. I have written here 90,000 will come the goodwill. Then his share will be 2/9 of this 90. It will come 20,000. So in this 50,000, 20,000 is premium for goodwill. Then how much will be capital? Capital will be 30,000. Okay. So 30,000 is the capital and premium for goodwill will be 20,000. Then another thing. Half of the goodwill, half of the amount of goodwill is withdrawn by old partner. This means goodwill he is bringing, I told 20,000. Okay, 20,000 is half, 10,000. that much they are withdrawing. So after distributing the goodwill this side to the old partner, by premium for goodwill we are writing in the capital account this side. After that, this side of the capital account we are to write it to bank. That will be how much amount written here. It's half amount we are writing here. Then here balance sheet is asking past necessary journal entries and opening balance sheet. When you are making the balance sheet, the cash at the bank we have to add with the half amount of premium only. Okay, he is bringing 30,000 for capital, that we have to add. Premium for goodwill 20,000 if you are adding, then 10,000 you have to subtract because half is withdrawn. And here also new profit sharing ratio is given there, and the capital account of A and B will be adjusted on the basis C's capital by bringing that adjustment also there. We have to find out the required capital and the adjustment we have to make, and for that also journal entry will be there. If a capital is a deficit, he will bring the money. If a capital is a surplus, he can withdraw that money. So that much things is there in that question. Then I am going to some more questions are there here, all are similar, and any doubt is there you can ask me. So I am going to the in this method one more new adjustment is there, we can go to that. We are going to another type of question, we can listen. 81A. A and B were partners in a firm sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2 ratio. On 1/4/2020 they admitted C as a new partner, and the new profit sharing ratio is agreed at 5:3:2. Their balance sheet as at that date was as follows: creditors capital, general reserve, plant and machinery, stock, debtors, lesser provision for doubtful debt, investment bank, advertisement suspense account. Advertisement suspense account is accumulated loss. This is accumulated profits. Then C will bring rupees 1,60,000 as his capital and the other terms agreed upon, where C's share of goodwill is estimated at 60,000, but he fails to bring his share of goodwill in cash. Stock is valued at 2 lakh and provision for doubtful debt is to be raised to 7,000. Regarding the provision, here it is given 5,000 and we want to increase this up to 7,000. That means 2,000 we have to increase. Provision for doubtful debt is a liability. Liability 2,000 increasing means that is a loss. It will come in on the debit side of revaluation account, amount 2,000. An amount of 12,000 has been paid for insurance company during the year, out of which 2,000 is related to the period after 31st March 2016. You have to change this year because that is wrong. Here the balance sheet is given 2020, so this also will be 2020. Okay, please cut and that change that year 2020 you can write. Okay, then this only the meaning. 12,000 paid in the last year, that is shown in the profit loss account. In that 12,000, 2,000 is for the next year. Means a prepaid insurance 2,000 is coming. This is unrecorded asset, we can take in the revaluation account credit side, and new balance sheet asset side also we can take. And accrued income, this is to be recorded in the books. Accrued income unrecorded asset, it will come on the credit side of the revaluation accounts and in the new balance sheet asset side. A take over the investment 75,000. Investment here it is 60,000 and A take over 75. First of all, you compare this amount, it is increasing. That increase we have to make it through revaluation account. 15,000 will come in the credit side of the revaluation accounts. Then this after that, when you are making the capital account, this amount we can write on the debit side of A's capital. And the writing will be in the capital account, the writing will be to investments. It was found that the creditors included a sum of 15,000 which is not to be paid. 15,000 not to be paid. No need of giving this much amount. That is why it will be a gain for the business. Creditors, we can write by creditors in the revaluation account credit side. So it will be income. But there is a liability for workman compensation amounting to rupees 40,000. Here workman compensation reserve is not given. Okay, if it is given, then this amount we can provide from that specific reserve, but not there. So this full amount we can take, we can adjust it through revaluation account. A new liability is coming. So this will be coming on the debit side of profit loss accounts. Sorry, debit side of revaluation accounts. Then capital account of partners be adjusted on the basis of C's contribution of capital to the firm and excess or shortfall to be transferred to current account. This is the new things. Excess or shortfall to be transferred to current account. In the previous question, do you remember what is given here? If any excess is there, partner has to withdraw that much money. If a shortfall is there, he should bring that much money. But here, that it is not adjusting through bringing and withdrawing the cash. It is where that it is coming, there we have to write the current account. For example, if their capital account shows a shortfall, then when he is bringing the money, entry will be bank account debtor to. Suppose A's capital account shows a shortfall, then entry will be if he is bringing the money, entry will be bank account debtor to A's capital. But here instead of writing bank, we can write their current account. So entry will be A's current account debtor to A's capital account. If a B's capital account is excess, then in the previous questions, if you are following that method, entry will be B's capital account debtor to bank. But here we are not adjusting through cash, we are not adjusting through bank, we have to adjust with the current account. So in the place of bank, we can write a current account. So in this case, if a B's capital account is excess, the entry will be B's capital account debited to B's current account. Then that only. Afterwards, when you are making the balance sheet, current account if we debitors, that you have to take on the asset side. If a current account we creditors, that current account we have to take on the liability side. Okay. Instead of adding that amount or subtracting that amount along with the cash to bank, current account, we are writing a new account, current account. That current account will come. If it be debited, it will come on the asset side in the balance sheet, and if it be credited, it will come in the liability side. So this is the new things in this question. Rest of the things are same. Then we can go to the solution. Half of the question I solved. Listen. Here revaluation account I made. So when I read the question, each point I explained, that is why I am not explaining about this one. We are getting 20,000 rupees of profit, and according to all the ratio we are distributing, it will come 12,000, 8,000 like that. Then this is a capital account. Capital account we started with the opening balance of old partner, and the new partner is bringing 1,60,000. So that is written there. Then C is the current account. This is for C is unable to bring his share of premium. And this is distributed in sacrifice ratio. Sacrifice ratio you have to find out. Here old ratio and the new ratio is given in the question. This is the old ratio and this is the new ratio. So you can calculate sacrifice ratio. I calculated and I got it is 1:1. That you calculate and check it whether it is coming 1:1 or not. Then revaluations, this is a profit. Revaluations, this is a profit that is distributed among the partners capital here. This is the general reserve accumulated profit. And investment taken by the partner A, that is taken here, and advertisement suspense accumulated losses that is taken here. So this much items that is coming in the capital account, and the capital account I balanced also. Now this is the situation. This is the present capital amount. Now according to new partners capital, that adjustment we have to make. So here I am writing total capital of the firm. That will be, this we are calculating on the basis of new partners capital. New partners capital is 1,60,000. So here 1,60,000 into what is the formula? Reciprocal of his share. Okay, total is 10 and his share was 5:3:2. So this will be then it is coming 8 lakh. This is the total capital. Now recovered capital of A. Recovered capital of A, this into A's new share 8 lakh. A's share is 5/10. It is coming 4 lakh. Present capital is how much? 3,53,000. So A's capital shows a shortfall. So he should bring the money. Instead of bringing the money, if you are bringing the money, bank account we have to debit it. But here instead of bank we can debit current account. So A's capital shows shortfall. How much? That is 4 lakh minus 3,53,000. How much it is coming? 53, then 47. Then A's current account we have to debit it. Okay, A's current account we have to debit. This only you think if A is a capital is a shortfall, then he should bring the money. When he is bringing the money, bank account we have to debit it. So instead of bank account debiting, we can debit the current account. So A's current account we are debiting. Then B's capital account. B's capital account shows B's capital. Firstly, we have to find out the required capital. So B's capital, it is coming 4 lakh into what is his share, 3 by 10. So it is coming 1 lakh 20. Something. Actually, sorry, 8 lakh it is coming. It is 8 lakh into, so 80. So 2 lakh 40 will come. 2 lakh 40. Then B is a capital account shows, see, 2 lakh 40, here 2 lakh 42. Excess is there, okay? Excess shows excess. How much? That will be 2000. Bracket 2 lakh 42 minus 2 lakh 40. Then here what is the solution? If excess is there, he can withdraw. When he is withdrawing, we have to credit bank account to bank account. So instead of bank account crediting, we have to credit B's current account. B's current account. So this is the solution. Then here A's current account debiting means by A's current account we have to write. Okay. Now this one, first of all we have to brought down this balance 3 lakh 53 we are bringing here. Then 2 lakh 42. Then this is a 1 lakh 60. This is to brought down the balance. To balance brought down. Okay. Now this adjustment, A's current account we are debiting means by if you are writing, then only in the account if you are writing by, then only A's current account will get debited. So here by A's current account. A's current account in the A's column this much amount. How much? 47. Then B's current account we have to credit it. Crediting B's current means 2. In the account we have to write 2 current account, then only this account is getting credited. So here we can write it 2 B's current. That amount is 2000. Now you take the total. Okay. And here the balance will come. This required capital will be the balance. Here it will come 4 lakh. And here it will come 2 lakh 40. Then this will be the same amount. Then capital account will be over. And you make the balance sheet. Balance sheet I am not making here. Then remember investment already we transferred it to capital account. So don't take the investment in the new balance sheet. Then this is to current account. Here C is the current account we debited. And here A's current account we debited. This both will come on the asset side of the balance sheet. 2 B's current account is written. This will come in the liability side. Then bank account will increase with only this amount. What is the old bank balance plus this much only we are increasing. Then you see the revaluation account. This revaluations changes you have to update it. Okay. Means stock it is increasing. Prepaid insurance will come in the asset side. Accrued income will come in the asset side. Investment already taken by the partner. Creditors you have to subtract. Then provision for doubtful debt 2000 more is coming in the provision. And claim for workman compensation will come in the liability side. Okay. and if any item is there in the old balance sheet that is not touched, means not distributed, that also will come, and the balance sheet will get correct total. Okay, so this is the only the new thing is the deficit or shortfall adjusting through current accounts. So this you solve and practice it. Okay, thank you.